Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners, and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you are here for a double bubble crochet catch up, because last week life got in the way and I wasn't able to film for you, so I need to catch you up on 2 weeks worth of crochet stuff. So let's get into it. Don't panic, there's not too much that I need to share with you, but there is enough. So if you want to pause, get a drink, get a snack, get a project, please feel free to do so. And there is one item that I will be showing that is not fibre or crochet related, but it is a make, and my channel is called Manfa's Makes. So everything that I make, I like to share with you as well. So what have I been up to in the past 2 weeks? Well, let's leave the personal life stuff out of it because nobody got time for that. Let's get on to the fibery goodness. So I have 3 FOs and a whip. So I think I'm going to do the whip first and then I'll get into the FOs. Yeah, so let's do it. So the work in progress that I have is the Boggy blanket that I started a couple of weeks ago. There has been some notable progress on it. It is still very much a whip. I am nowhere near completion. And I am using the Boggy blanket tutorial by the beautiful, super talented and wonderful YouTuber that is Cinnamon Stitches. Now, if you are not familiar, that would blow my mind because over 40,000 of you know Cinnamon Stitches. But if you don't, go check her out. She is fan-dabby-dozy. She literally takes us along with her with near enough every aspect of her life, all of her crafting adventures, all of her hauls, everything. She has dyed yarn, she's now spinning yarn, she's brushing fluff to make it into yarn. I don't really understand it all. She'll tell you all about it. Go check her out. She does knitting, crocheting. She's been known to do macrame, you name it. She is very, very crafty indeed. She shares her beautiful puppy dogs with us, sometimes her beautiful children and Mr. Cinnamon as well. She does fabulous tutorials, which is what this project came from. And when she does wearables, she makes sure that they are to fit your body no matter what your size. She is size inclusive, and I think that is a fabulous attribute. And I know that a lot of us lovelies that are on YouTube really appreciate that fact that we can make something to personally fit our own bodies. It's amazing. So yes, I will link Cinnamon Stitches down below. If you're not familiar, go make yourself familiar. You will not be disappointed. I only recommend people that I watch and I enjoy watching. And she, like I said, she's got 40k subscribers and she's pretty awesome. And actually, she deserves many, many more. So if I can send a few of you over there, that would be great. Not that she needs my help, not that she's asked for my help. I just want to spread the yarny love because that's what we do here sometimes as well. And I will also put the video of that tutorial down in the description box as well so that you can make one should you wish to with the wonderful tutorage of Cinnamon Stitches. Her real name is Jen, just so you know, Jennifer. Yeah, absolutely awesome. I love her to absolute bits and pieces. Yeah, so let's get into it. Now, what I'm going to show you in my blanket isn't Jennifer's tutorial exactly. I made it exactly how she made it last year for Boggy Creek. I have switched it up a little bit this year because, you know, a little bit of artistic license. And Jen actually encourages people to take her stitch tutorials or her blanket tutorials, whatever tutorial, and make it their own. So I have put a few little tweaks just to make it my own. Now, when I showed this last time, I went through the yarn I'm using. This is the Emu Classic Aran, I think. Let me see if I can dig out the ball band. Bear with me a second. Yes, Emu Classic Aran, 100 grams. This is a UK yarn. You get it from the Knitting Network. Yes, the Knitting Network ships pretty much worldwide, but just be aware, I don't know shipping costs to every country. You're going to have to check that website out. I might even leave the website for the Knitting Network down below as well. Why not? So yes, Emu Classic Aran 4-weight in the colour white, 100 grams, approximately 210 metres or 229 yards. And it is 100% premium acrylic, made in Turkey, machine washable up to 40 degrees Celsius, do not iron, dry clean using you can tumble dry normal but do not bleach, and they recommend a 5mm knitting needle. They do not recommend a hook. They're the Knitting Network. So that is the white that I'm using. And then the last time you saw me, I was planning to use, and this is all stash yarn, I was thinking of using this ice from my stash, 60361, and it is Monaco purple pink shades. Got to the part in my blanket where I wanted to do some of the colour. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Do apologise. And when I started working with this yarn, guys, it is just not suitable for a blanket. If you have a different opinion, that is absolutely a-okay. That is 100% fine. For me personally, I did not like it for this blanket project. It is quite firm feeling, quite stiff, beautiful stitch definition, by the way, and it is gorgeous colours. But when I started working with it, I knew it was not suitable for the blanket, so I've had to substitute in another yarn, which I will go through with you in just a second. This, for me, is probably going to end up as some kind of rug for my floor. Hard wearing, hardy, stands the test of time, can do the washing stuff. I'm not going to be using it for garments, blankets, anything soft and squishy, because it is just a yarn needed for a different purpose, in my opinion. Beautiful, just not right for the current project. So the Monaco has been scrapped. Not literally, I pulled it out and thought, nah, not going to use that. So then I went back to my cubby hole of ice yarns, and I found some Picasso in pink and grey shades. This one here. So this is stash yarn. It's been in my stash for a little while now. Gifted to me from the Yarny Fairy Godmother. Sorry. And this is 69785. Okay, so I'm now using the Picasso instead of the Monaco. Now the Picasso, I've got a yarn band here. The Picasso is a 4-weight, 44% acrylic, 56% polyester. They are 50-gram donuts, 115 meters. Doesn't give you the yardage, but you always get more in yardage, don't forget. 5mm knitting needle, no hook recommendation. You can wash it up to 30 degrees, do not bleach, do not iron. Made in Turkey, and like I said, Picasso is the brand. And it is from Ice Yarns. There we go. And that is all the information they give. So there was a yarn swap out, and I've slightly tweaked Jennifer's blanket pattern, and I will tell you how I have done that. So this is the progress so far. Where's my little stitch marker? Where did I put it? There he is. That blue stitch marker there. Hang on, let me flatten him out. See, I'm not a professional. Where that blue stitch marker is where I first showed you I had gotten to. Not very far at all. So up above the stitch marker is everything that I have put in since. Okay, so quite a bit, but not masses and masses. And I'm not sure that I like how the Picasso is working out. It's a beautiful yarn to use, but I'm not too sure on the colours. But Boggy Creek do take kids, I think, from 6 to 16 or 6 to 17. So maybe one of the older children would like a little bit more of a mature colour scheme. So yes, as you can see, I had only done a smidgy tiny bit at the bottom below that stitch marker, and I have added above that stitch marker. Now, in Jennifer's tutorial, we do this stitch repeatedly until you get to the desired length. Well, I switched it up. I'm not going to go through her pattern too much, but every time I had done 2 rows of the stitch repeat, I did 2 rows of half double, then did another 2 repeats of the stitch repeats, another 2 rows of half doubles, and so on and so on. In the white, I have decided to do 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of the 2 row repeats with the half double separating, and for the coloured part I have decided to do 2 lots of the 2 stitch repeats, so it's half the size of the white. The colour will be half the size of the white, and as the blanket grows it's going to be nice and striped. And if I have enough of the Picasso, I will do a Picasso border, because the Picasso is silky, scrummy, squishy. This is lovely and squishy and scrummy as well, but the Picasso is silky, sheeny, shiny, absolutely gorgeous. Got a little bit of like a metallic-y sheen as well. It's just a completely different feel, guys. So that means I've got 2 different sensory textures in there as well. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I am pleased with how it's beginning to turn out. I love the look of the pattern in just the plain white. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's kind of textured on both sides. Because I am doing just 2 rows of that stitch repeat and I'm turning at the end of every row, it almost looks like they're different, because that looks different to that, that looks different to that. It's this pattern, it's just 2 rows are on this side and then 2 rows are on that side. So it could even be a reversible blanket, would you believe? Yep. So that is my progress on the Boggy Creek blanket, because I took part in the Boggy Creek blanket drive last year and I kind of want to double my efforts this year if I can. So I better get my hook flying, because they're going to start taking donations again from August. We're already in May. We'll see how that goes, but I will give them as many blankets as I possibly can before the deadline and the cut-off stage. Now, for this project, I am using my 6mm dots hook. There we go, the pink one. And I am loving it, loving it, loving it. Now, in one of my Picasso donuts, I had to cut out a chunk because there was a fault. Yeah, I'm not stitching that into a blanket that's going to be donated to a super sick child. So I snipped that out, but thankfully it was right at the end of the donut, so I didn't waste too much. Faults happen in skeins of yarn. I just hope that the other donuts are a-okay, because I don't want too much of that. And hopefully I will have a completed Boggy blanket and loads of yarn out of my stash by the time this is done. No time limit, just as and when I get it done. And yeah, thank you, Jennifer, love it. Thank you for allowing us to do our own little tweaks to things and making it our own. Keeps the interest. But honestly, guys, even if you just do Jennifer's, how she does it to the T, that is a gorgeous blanket as well. And it's so crochet. It's mindless, it's relaxing, it's gorgeous. And if you mix with a solid and a variegated, it is just stunning. Go and check it out. Like I said, I'll put that tutorial link down in the description box for you. So that whip is going to continue until it's done. Now let's get on to the FOs. Now I'm going to go quickly onto the non-crochet item. So this month was the final month of Crafty Moose Sarah's Flower Power Cow. And I have done something crocheted for every other month apart from this one. This one I was kind of running out of time, just being honest with you. And I thought I need another way to clear my mind and relax. So I printed off a colouring page from the internet, fitting with the theme of flowers. And I did some colouring and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So here is the colouring I did for Moo's Flower Power Cal. Now I haven't done much colouring for many years, well, since my kids were small, and I really did enjoy it. And it counts because it's a craft and it's got flowers on it. So this is my very final entry into Moo's Flower Power Cal, and I did get it to her in time. I just haven't showed you guys yet. She has seen it. She has put her video up with the slideshow with it in. It's all above board. It's just Manfa's running behind schedule as always. So there we go. That is my hashtag Flower Power Cal final entry. Moo, if you're watching, thank you for such a fabulous make along, crochet along, whatever you want to call it. So happy for you that it was an absolute success. Loads of people joined in. The inspiration and the variety of things that were submitted was always such a pleasure to watch. Moo's effort and enthusiasm and all the hard work that she put into this is absolutely phenomenal. It was a rip-roaring success. I had a load of fun. Thank you, Moo, so much. And again, guys, if you're new here and you don't know Crafty Moo Sarah, go and check her out. She has a gorgeous channel all of her own. I will put her channel link down below for you. She is thinking of doing another make along or crochet along at some point in the future. She's just going to take a little bit of a rest because this one went on for a whole year, would you believe? It's been a year already. Yeah, she deserves a lot of love. So if you want to spread the Yarny love, you want to go and check her out, I would really appreciate it. Her channel is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. She is one of my best friends, and I love her absolute millions, and she knows it. So love you, Moo. Thank you, honey. And we can take a big, what a fun year. And now we can concentrate on some other bits and pieces as well, which is fabulous. Right, now, I did text Amanda Panda. For those of you that don't know, Amanda Panda is Obsessive Crochet Lady. I did text her because we speak outside of YouTube because we're bestest friends and Yarny sisters, saying, please do not watch today's video because if you do, you might spoil your surprise because I've been making stuff. So Amanda Panda, if you're being naughty and you are watching, you need to click off now. Otherwise, you are going to ruin what I'm sending to you. So you've got 3 seconds to turn the video off. But if you're not here, I'll count 3 seconds anyway, just in case, okay? So Panda, I love you, but watch another one and I'll see you Saturday, okay? 3, 2, 1. Bye, Amanda. Right, so yes, I have secretly been working on a couple of gifts for my Amanda Panda. Like I said, she is one of my bestest friends and one of my Yarny sisters. I will put a link down to her channel down below. And don't forget, me and Amanda have another crochet along going on called hashtag Year of the Impkins. And if you're up for a bit of fun, you might want to head back to this channel tomorrow at 9 PM UK or 4 PM Eastern, because we are going to have the 3rd live vote for the next Impkin. And if you don't know what any of that means, come to the live and check it out anyway. But in short, you guys get to pick the body parts that we make to create our Impkin creature. It is so much fun. It is so exciting. And we would love to have you there. So bear that in mind. But not only am I doing a crochet along with Amanda Panda, we are, like I said, super close. We speak outside of YouTube. I love her. She loves me. She needs some support over on her channel as well, guys. So if you would do me the greatest pleasure of going over and checking Amanda out, spreading the Yarny love over there as well, I would really appreciate it. Link is down in the description box. But let me get on with telling you what I've made, shall I? So a little while ago, the design platform 3 AM Grace Designs was having a massive sale on their patterns. They were doing like bundle amounts and stuff. So I bought several, and I have actually, within the last 2 weeks, made 2 of them. One is for Amanda Panda herself, and one is for her hubby Drew, because I still owe Amanda Panda a birthday box, and Panda's hubby Drew has a birthday in the same month, so he needs a birthday gift as well, right? You can't buy for one and not for the other. It's rude. Plus, her hubby's is a lovely man. He is a lovely, lovely man. But I'll get on to Drew in a minute. Let's concentrate on Panda. Now, the last time I did a crochet catch-up, I held up a couple of objects and explained to you that when my youngest son walked into the room and saw these items lying there while I'm working on them, he went, "Mum, why are you making a light bulb?" Son, I'm not making a light bulb, but I can see how you got there. If you want to see the reference, go back to my last crochet catch-up and you'll see what I mean. But you can't blame the kid, because I have made some random objects in the past, including a tea bag, so a light bulb is not very far from possibility, okay? But it was not a light bulb, and I asked you guys in the last crochet catch-up to see if you could guess what I was actually making. A couple of you guessed correctly, because it's Amanda Panda, so I had to make a panda. I had to. So there is their panda. And like I said, it's from 3am Grace Designs. I'll try and link it below. It is a paid for pattern, but it's worth every penny. And it's a bit like a kawaii cuddler, like a cushion or a pillow. So it's not quite an amigurumi. It's more of a cushion or a pillow, but it's still a little cute creature. So I had to make my Amanda Panda a panda for her birthday, because it's just got to be done. Now, my Amanda Panda, she's not just mine, but I like to say my Amanda Panda because she's very special and dear to me. Her favourite colours are the same as mine, rainbow, sparkle and then pink. So her panda had to have big old sparkly pink eyes. Can you see? Oh yeah, they show up real good. Look at those huge, cute, pink, sparkly eyes. And there he is. Now, because I'm wearing black, you're struggling to see his feetses. There we go. Can you see him now, guys? Let's hold him by the top of his head. And you can see his ears and his... No, because my arm's now in the way again. His ears, his arms, and he has got 2 legses and feetses. And he is squishy and cuddly, and of course before I send him to her, he will have lots of cuddles in the fabric of him, because I will squish it and love on it until I have to give it to her. And every stitch was made with love, because it's a gift for somebody that I really truly love. So there we go, there is her panda. How do you think I did? I love him. I think he's super cute and adorable. There was no pattern for a tail, so I just left the tail off. She can add one if she wants one. But there is her gorgeous panda. And then we move on to Drew, and I'll go through the yarns, because the black and the white I used for Drew's item as well. So we'll go through all the yarn stats and stuff in a second. So there we go. Amanda Panda with her pink sparkly eyes. And then Drew, if you are a regular comer to my lives, you will know that we call him Wobble Dude, and that is because when he comes on camera, he wobbles from side to side, and we all wobble from side to side with him. It's just his thing. He has a couple of other things that he does for other panelists that are personal to them, but for me, he is Wobble Dude, and he has been likened to a... That's right, a penguin. So, again, with the 3am Grace Designs, I got a penguin. Now, a couple of things. This penguin is a lot smaller than the panda, and I will show you that in a second. And I decided not to give it a hat or a scarf, because Panda and Drew, they live in Florida. They do not need a woolly hat and scarf in the slightest. So it's not reflective of them. They don't wear hats and scarves, so Drew's penguin's not going to wear a hat and a scarf, so I left that off. And I also don't like these cheeks that are often on kawaii designs, so I left the cheeks off as well. So no hat, no scarf, no cheeks, just a penguin. But because I left the hat off, when I was making him, his head looked a bit funny, because you obviously stop his head to allow for the hat to be crocheted onwards. So I fudged it and I carried on with the pattern until I got to the size of the head that I wanted and an all right shape for the head. So I kind of tweaked it a little bit so that it didn't look obvious there was supposed to be something else happening up here. Are you ready to see Wobble Dude Penguin? Now, Panda has told me that Drew himself has blue eyes, so there was nothing else for it. This penguin had to have blue eyes as well. I'm just straightening him out. He's been crumpled in my bag a little bit. But he is a lot smaller than Panda, which isn't reflective in real life, but it's okay. Here's Wobble Dude as a penguin. There are his sparkly blue eyes. And there's no way that you're going to miss his beak and his feetses because they are made in bright neon orange. Again, these two were made from my scraps. Can you see the size difference, guys? But that's okay. They've both got a pillow full of love sent from Manfa. There we go. And again, no tail for the penguin, but that's all right. But there they are, Panda and Penguin, Panda and Wobble Dude. See, Wobble Dude, wobble, 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 wobble. And what I'm hoping is that Drew will keep this close by when me and Panda go live. And when he comes to do his wobble, he will make his penguin wobble as well, because that would be really cute. He doesn't have to, but that was kind of my thought process behind it. Now, I was in a little bit of a rush when I was finishing him. He may be kind of sort of could have done with a little bit more stuffing, and I'm not happy about this. I might have to change this. You can't really see it very well, but it's a little bit lumpy bumpy. But overall, I am super pleased with myself. So yes, I changed the shape of the head because he had no hat. But other than that, so no hat, no scarf, no cheeks. And I had to change the head because of the lack of hat. But other than that, it is that pattern. And I'll link this pattern down below as well. But again, be mindful that both of these are paid for patterns. So make sure you have the funds to do so before you click on. Now, what yarn and stuffs did I use for these? Let me get it all ready for you. So, still on my wool genie, because I literally finished the penguin a night or so ago. So the white and the black and the orange. And there's one yarn label. Where's the other one? Am I going to find it? I hope so. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I got a multi-pack of eyes off of Amazon. And I used one of the sizes of those for their eyes. They've both got the same size eyes. And the yarn, the white yarn, these are all 3-weight yarns, by the way, guys. This white one is the Kind Feather by Hobie. This is stash yarn. It was gifted to me by Yarny Fairy Godmother. 100% premium acrylic and it's anti-pilling. Colour white, obviously, but it's colour one because Hobie don't put colour names, but it is white. Made in Turkey. It is... I don't know if I did say 100% acrylic. 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 235 meters or 257 yards, lightweight 3, recommends 4mm knitting needles or a 4.5mm crochet hook. You can wash up to 30 degrees Celsius, do not bleach, low iron. You can use pee when you dry clean, do not tumble, lay flat. And there is the yarn label for that one. So the rest of this white is now going to go in my scrap bin because there is still some left over and I cannot claim the yarn band until the whole skein is used and there is more of the white left than anything. And then the black is the Davanti Jet Black knitting yarn, and I got this from the range here in the UK, so you can't get it anywhere else. The label says, great for beginners and experienced knitters, strong, holds its shape and soft, needle 4mm, and there are 242 meters on this, 100% acrylic, produced in PRC, which I believe is China. So yeah, you can't readily get a hold of this because it's UK yarn, and all I've got left of this 100-gram ball is this. This will also go in my scrap bin, and I'm really pleased because I need some black and white in my scrap bin. So gonna keep the yarn band with it, and then when I eventually get through that bit of black, I can claim the yarn band for the end of the year totals. And then for the little bit of the neon orange beak and feet, I dove into my scrap bin to find an orange, and here is that orange. Whoa, blow you out. It's not quite this radioactive in real life. My camera is blowing it out some, but that's okay. This was a scrap in my scrap bin, and again, it's a 3-weight, and I believe it is Stylecraft Special DK in the colour, I want to say Jaffa, but I'm not sure. But there we go. More to go back in my scrap bin because I only needed an itty bitty bit. And there we have it. So what hook size did I use to make these creations? Now, in the pattern, they used a 4-weight yarn and they used a 5mm hook. I used a 3-weight yarn, so I used a 4.5 dots. And I had an absolute blast. And now I have a gift each for Panda and Drew to put in their birthday box. So like I said, I'll put a link to the patterns down in the description box. I will put a link for Amanda Panda, Obsessive Crochet Lady, down in the description box. Same for Crafty Moo Sarah, same for Cinnamon Stitches. So that is all of my catch up. Now, I would like to say a real big apology for the fact that I didn't do Tile of the Week yesterday. Tile of the Week was made in plenty of time. In fact, it was made by the end of the day, Sunday. But things are happening backstage in my life that I'm not prepared to go into at the moment. That has meant my world has gone a little bit topsy-turvy. And I'm going to have to make even more adjustments and even more changes. And I was a little bit done in and I didn't get to film. So I will do a double bubble Tile of the Week next week for this week's tile and next. So I will make it up to you then. And I will just say, I don't know exactly what is going to happen. But there may have to be some changes made to this channel. I don't know what, and as soon as I do, I will let you know. But yeah, I'm having to figure out some things, guys, and sadly, however much it breaks my heart to say it, the only thing that I can really pull back on is this channel, and I don't want to because I love you all, but needs must, and I'm stretching myself too thin. And I don't want to run the risk of complete burnout. So I will keep you posted. I will film what I can for you when I can. Please do come back tomorrow though, like I said, because you're going to go on a walk with me around the outskirts of my village. It's about an hour-long video. So you may want a snack, a drink and a project. And then tomorrow night we have that Impkin vote that I was talking about earlier, me and Amanda Panda. And that is at 9 PM UK or 4 PM Eastern. If you can join us for that live, I would really, really appreciate it. Oh, and you may have seen earlier this week that I actually completed my number 2 Impkins. So if you want a last minute chance of something that you might like, you may want to go and watch that Impkin video because there may just be a little something hidden in that, and you get to see the other crochet that I've managed to complete because it's already got its own separate video. That is why I don't show it again. So yes, the Impkins, and yes, I said Impkins, more than one, Tile of the Week, which I haven't yet shown you, but I will next week, my colouring for Moo's Flower Power Cowl, my whip for Boggy Creek, and my 2 little animal cushions for Panda and Drew. So there we go. You are all caught up. You know exactly what I have been up to, and I am going to take you on a beautiful walk in my area in the countryside tomorrow. I hope you can come and join me for that, and I will see you at the live vote. So until then, Stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads.